Hello everyone, and welcome to my Duel Today official news channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Days of Our Lives spoilers uncover that Brady Dark will have a great deal at the forefront of his thoughts during the 7-day stretch of August 28-September 1. First of all, Brady should manage Philip Kyriakis' return and every one of the confusions that accompany that. Brady will clearly have a few untidy feelings with regards to Philip's rebound. Despite the fact that Brady will embrace Philip over his endurance, he'll deck him for faking his destruction and attempting to send him to jail for it. According to today's spoilers, Brady will also think about locking Philip up, which will make him feel pretty overwhelmed, especially considering that he is still grieving Victor Kyriakis. As Brady attempts to explore every one of the mind-boggling sentiments he's managing, another DOL stunner will stir up his reality. Day spoilers say Theresa Donovan will appear on the condo doorstep, so her startling visit will stun Brady. Brady will almost certainly consider what Theresa's doing there, so she'll make sense of that she needed to come after she caught wind of Victor's passing. Theresa didn't necessarily in all cases have the best relationship with Victor, yet they at last tracked down a way to share regard. Regardless, Brady loved Victor, so Theresa will want to check on him because he is her son's father and someone who will always care. This will allow Brady an opportunity to focus on his melancholy over losing Victor, maybe the Philip news, since that will in any case be in his viewpoints. Additionally, Brady ought to provide updates on the custody dispute with Kristen DeMera and the difficulty of losing Rachel Black to her. Theresa has full care of Tate Dark, last played by Colin and Kyle Schroeder too, so Brady might feel like a disappointment as a dad here and there. There will be a chance for Theresa to reconnect with Brady and talk about her complicated past. Days fans can expect an entertainer trade not too far off since Emily O'Brien will be leaving as Gwen von Leishner and venturing into the job of Theresa Donovan, all things considered. Days of Our Lives spoilers uncover that Ava Vitali hasn't spoken the truth about Susan Banks' destiny, and it's obviously tormenting her now. After Susan began tormenting Ava in a variety of visions, Ava thought her situation was improving, despite the fact that Harris Michaels assisted Ava with seeing that Susan wasn't actually there. That didn't prevent one more vision from happening once she was separated from everyone else. Susan made sure Ava knew that no one could help her until she started telling the truth in the episode that aired on August 24. Obviously, that implies now is the ideal time to hypothesize about what the reality of the situation is and why Ava hasn't been willing to admit that part. Ava continues to behave like Susan is perished. Yet she was additionally stressed that Susan was back for retribution. Could that imply that Ava realizes Susan is really alive? Days spoilers have been implying about Susan's endurance for some time presently, so Ava's secret truth backs up that thought. In any case, DOL should make sense of why Ava would save that data for herself. If Ava confesses now, it's possible that she made a deal with another evil person that could hurt her. If Ava lies, the person with whom she partnered might use Trip Johnson as a target. In any case, Ava could realize that Susan didn't genuinely die in that red-hot fender bender. All things considered, Susan might have been sped off to recuperate in another person's consideration. In the end, it might become clear that holding Susan captive had some other purpose. Days will have to figure out how to put all the pieces of the puzzle together to determine whether Susan is actually a hostage. Because E.J. DeMera can't stop having nightmares about the crash, he thinks that it's because he doesn't know what will happen to Susan. E.G. believes that the fact that he is still so haunted by what transpired that fateful night to Susan must be due to his desire to exact revenge on the death of his mother. In point of fact, it might be a sweet way for Susan to communicate with her son. Because Susan has strange and enigmatic connections to the spirit world, it's possible that she is attempting to communicate from her captivity. Susan could possibly send a more clear sign in the end. Or perhaps it'll depend on Ava to make an admission since she's battling with these dreams now at long last. One way or the other, today's fans will be anxious to get refreshes on the genuine Susan story. EJ might be the one to ride to Susan's rescue when he learns some shocking news at some point. According to the Days of Our Lives spoilers for the week of September 1, Dick Van Dyke will make his debut in an intriguing new role. Because Van Dyke is afflicted with memory loss and is unable to identify himself, certain aspects of his character have been kept secret. Duo's week after week promotion starts off with Kayla Johnson asking this secret person for his name. Van Dyke's personality giggles and concedes he was trusting Kayla could tell him all things considered, so he'll be feeling great in spite of his disarray. The police will be associated with Dick Van Dyke's dazed debut since Jada Tracker will request that Kayla look at him. There will obviously be a circumstance where the striving stranger is tracked down lost and alone someplace in Salem. Fortunately, Kayla and Dr. Marlena Evans will do everything in their power to solve the problem. This captivating new persistent will get the time and consideration he merits. The character played by Van Dyke will inform Dr. Evans that he must leave the hospital as soon as possible once Kayla summons Marlena. He'll pretend to be on a very important mission, so he might think back to the past at times. Fans of Days will be eager to learn any shocking information that he has forgotten, because there must be some buried secret that will eventually be revealed. John Dark and Steve Johnson will likewise contribute with regards to revealing reality behind who this man is and what his set of experiences resembles. Dace is slowly figuring out what really happened to him, and as he does so, he faces some unexpected turns. The weekly preview of the show says that America's national treasure will become a man with a mystery, and Marlena says she will try to figure out what happened to him. Dr. Evans will not rest until she solves this memory puzzle, you can bet. Thanks for watching if you like this video. So please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.